And also the US30 gives me more knowledge of understanding that it's very easy to understand and to follow up because it's a master book that makes people to easily adapt to what business is. So that was what I read and my understanding was it.
So US30, what's the meaning of US30? What's the full meaning of US30? What
It's a
does it
code
comprise?
though,
Is
but I
US30,
use
what
it.
does it comprise?
I didn't get to know that one very well. But to my little idea, I understand that that US30 is a code.
You did not went through it. Let's revert to it. Let's see. Because okay. You can see my screen very well, right?
Yes,
So first of all, this is a US30 Mastery by Ebutech. Mute yourself because I'm hearing myself.
okay.
So
The US30, the US30
yeah,
trading makes simple.
is also
So
known as
introduction is also known as the Jones
industrial
for the
average. That's DJ.
industrial. Yes,
So
it's one of the most popular
okay,
index trading in the forex and CFD market. It presents, it presents the performance.
this is what this is what I wanted you to tell me about. It represents the performance of 30 major companies in the United States. Do you get?
Yes, sir.
So anytime you see US30, this US30, another name for US30 is Dow Jones Industrial Average. That's GJIA, right? Then US30, United States 30 companies, major companies in the United States. That is why it's called US30.
Okay, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes,
So
sir.
US30 is an indices. It's an indices pair. Like the way we have
Okay.
currency pair, the way we have Naira,
Yes, sir.
pounds, dollar, currency pair merged with
Yes, sir.
um, US pounds, dollar slash
Dollar.
JPY, dollar slash CAD, that's Canadian dollars. Do you understand?
I
But I will
understand.
send you anyways. I'll still send you a video that you're going to watch. I don't
I
know why
want to ask
why am I
something.
hearing myself?
I'm using it for based on where I am. Because of where I am. Maybe.
Wait. Can you hear me? Okay, so as I was saying, as I was saying, now I just muted you. If I want you to talk, I'll unmute you because I'm hearing myself, right? So So what I was saying is that US30 comprises of 30 companies. What are the 30 companies that we have in US30? We have these are the major three: Apple, Microsoft, Coca-Cola, and Boeing. You know about Coca-Cola. So when this company perform well, it is this ebook I created is self-explanatory. You understand? So when you read it after now, you still go through it. When these companies perform well, US30 goes up. So when these companies that you are seeing, these companies that comprise of US30, when it performs well, the market goes up, the US30 goes up. When they perform badly, the US30 goes down. US30 is popular. Why is it popular? Because it moves fast, it moves very fast, and it respects structure. It respects structure. It also offers good profit opportunity when you know how to trade it, right? So on the chapter 2, why trade US30 only? Why do I choose to trade US30? Why do I choose to start teaching US30? Because many traders fail because they trade too many pairs. What does that mean? A lot of traders trade too many pairs, and after all this, they don't become profitable because they are master of they are they know everything about all the pair, but they don't master a particular pair. Jack of all trade and master of none. Yeah, they are jack of all trade and master of none. So that is why I took it upon myself to master a particular pair, which is US30, then teach only US30. So if you are with us, you already 50% of your problem has been solved. You have already solved 50% of traders that are failing if you are with us, because trading many pairs is already a problem,
Yes, sir.
right? So that is why I focus only on US30. So as you can see, US30 traders focus on one market and master it. What are the benefits of trading US30? What are the benefits? You're going to ask me question, and I will unmute you to ask me question. So now, what are the benefits of trading US30 only? The benefits of trading US30: better understanding of price movement. It helps you understand the price movement. You know where the price is going, and you know where how the movement of the market is directing, where it's directing, and where it's going. So it also helps you to improve discipline. It helps you to improve your discipline, and also less confusion. Less confusion. That's what I told you, that when you are trading a particular pair, you already solved 50% of traders' problem. You should have it at the back of your mind. You've already solved 50% of traders' problem, because most traders trade many pair and they don't master a particular one. So therefore, they don't become profitable because they trade a lot of pairs and it makes them confused. So that is why when trading US30, you have less confusion. You are focused on a particular pair. So the second one is faster growth as a trader. Like I told you, once you are with us, you already mastered 50%. And now it's as a new trader, you have faster ways of growing as a trader, faster growth as a trader. So now you don't need to go learning different things, learning different currency pair. You are now focused on a particular pair. Do you understand? You focus on a particular pair, and that gives you a leverage that you master one pair. right? So that is it. So like I said, mastery comes from focus. As you can see, mastery, when you master a particular pair, it makes you focus more. When you focus consistency, you achieve your results. So that is it. So in chapter 3, I'm just giving you a summary of everything. In chapter 3, when to trade US30, we have different time frame of trading. We have the Asian session, we have the Asian session, we have the London session, we have the New York session. We have 3 sections that we trade: Asian, London, New York. So now, when is best to trade US30? Like I told you, US30 moves very fast during New York section, because why is US30 companies, most high companies, right? So now the best time to trade US30 is the New York section. And what New York section? 2:30 p.m. once the market opens. In New York, when it's 9:30, in our own time is 4:30. So you check your own. In Nigeria, I think in Nigeria, when New York section opens, Nigeria is 3 o'clock or 3:30. So you take note of this. You take note of it. That is when to trade US30. So the second one is avoid trading during low volume hours. So now, when trading US30, you don't trade all the time. When the market has a low volume hours, you don't trade. Late night sections, you don't trade. That is why we have the time frame, the time that we trade US30. We trade it from 2:30 to 4 p.m. my time. So you still use your own time, calculate your own time. I think in Nigeria it's from 3:30 to 6 or so. So timing is very important when trading US30. You have to keep this in mind. It is very important when trading US30, right? So now we move to chapter 4. Chapter 4, understanding US30 price movement. US30 price movement. Now we have market structure. We have market structure, right? US30 respects market structure. US30 respects market structure. Later, I'm going to send you a video that you're gonna watch. You have a full knowledge of this explanation, right? But now we are just doing the theoretical aspect of it for you to have a clear view of what you are doing. So we have the market structure. We have the higher highs and lower lows. The high highs and the lower lows is this, the higher high and the lower lows. But when you watch the video I'm going to send to you later, you understand much better. I explained everything in that video, right? So we'll have lower lows and lower highs. This is how it goes. This is how it goes. Then we'll have what we call the consolidating market. Is moving in between. We have what we call consolidating market, right? So this is higher highs and higher lows. This is lower lows and lower highs. Then this is what is called uptrend. This is an uptrend. This is what is called a downtrend. This is a downtrend. And this is what is called consolidation. When the market is consolidating. Do you understand? When the market is consolidating. So now, the market structure, the higher highs and the lower lows, that's what I explained. The highs and lows, that's liquidity. I also explained it. Then the section, that's the section I was telling you about. We have the London and the New York section. The London and the New York section. So price moves from liquidity to liquidity. Understanding this helps you avoid emotional trading. So when you understand that the price moves based on liquidity, it will help you to avoid emotional trading. You trade, you trade your plan, and you plan your trade. It will help you to avoid emotional trading, right? So in chapter 5, we have simple US30 trading setup. Simple US30 trading setup, right? So as a beginner friendly US30 setup, first of all, what do? We have our strategy that we use. Normally we have 7 confluences, but here is 6. But now, number 1 of this is you mark previous highs and lows. You mark previous highs and lows. This is an example of what I'm saying. This is your high. If this is an uptrend, you mark your high. This is your high. Then this is your low. This is your low, right? You mark your highs and you mark your lows. Then here, this is your high. We have 2 things, highs and lows. We have highs and lows, high and lows. The same thing goes to the downtrend. We have high, we have lows. We have high like this, we have lows. So, etc., etc. So that is it. So now, once we have marked our highs and lows, what next are we going to do? As a trader, we wait for the New York session. Like I explained to you previously that we have trading time. We don't just trade all the time. We have trading time. So we wait for our time, which is New York section. Then we'll take our trade. Identifying trend direction. Identifying trend direction. What this means is that you identify if actually this is an uptrend. It's for you to identify if this is an uptrend, or for you to identify this is whether this is a downtrend, or for you to identify if actually this is a consolidating trend, a consolidation. Because in generally in trading, we have 3 major ways that the market moves. We have 3 major ways that the market moves. The market moves up, which is uptrend, up. The market moves up like this. The market moves down like this. These are the 3 ways that the market moves. Then the market moves sideways like this. Have it at the back of your mind. This is the way the market moves. Up, down, then sideways. Right? So take note of that. So now, this is how you identify. Okay, the 4th one, enter on pullback or structure break. Okay, this one is going to come when you have already mastered the trading and how to analyze. Then set stop loss below, above structure, take profit as net liquidity level, and keep it simple. Okay, this is when you have already mastered what you are doing. So in chapter 6, we have risk management. As a trader, there was what we call risk management, and this is very, 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 very important as a trader. Risk management is more important than strategy. Like I said here, risk management is more important than what? Strategy. So in risk management, we have rules that guide us. We have rules. We risk only 1% or 2% per trade. Let's say, for instance, you have $10,000 and you want to you risk 1% of that $10,000. 1% of that $10,000, I think, is, let's say, $100, $100 or so, right? So you risk 1% of it on a particular trade. Then secondly, you always use stop loss. This is when it comes to risk management. You always use stop loss. You always use stop loss. This is unnegotiable. This risk management is non-negotiable. These are the things that you need to have at the back of your mind. So thirdly, we have avoid revenge trading. This is non-negotiable. If you want to be you want to master the trade and be a professional, this is non-negotiable. 1 or 2 trades per day is enough. If you take 1 or 2 trades, maximum 3 trades is enough. Protecting your capital is the goal. Remember what I said? Your capital is your life. You protect it like the way you are protecting your life. You protect it. So protecting your capital is the goal. Then chapter 7, we have psychology of a US30 trader. You have psychology of a US30. Most losses come from emotions. Most losses that we take as trader, it comes from emotions. When you are emotionally endowed with what is happening in the market, you tend to trade with emotion, right? You tend to trade with emotions, which is not good as a trader. That's when psychology comes in. So these are the mistakes that mostly cause uh, the losses that we have as traders. Number one is what we have over trading. Take for instance, you have made money, you have made $100 profit, but you want to make more money. You are not being contented. This is one of the challenges that traders face. These are one of the challenges that traders face. So over trading is one of the challenges that traders face. When you make your daily profit, your daily target, you still want to make more money and thereby losing all the money that you've already made, the profit that you've already made. So secondly, we have what we call fear of missing out. What does fear of missing out mean? Okay, for instance, you see a market, you see a trend, the market, a very push, long push or a massive push down or push up in the market. Instead of you to wait for the market to come to your entry, you jump in and enter the market. That is fear of missing out. That is FOMO, fear of missing out. Or let's say, for instance, I drop a trade in the signal, our group. I don't have a signal group. We'll drop a trade in the group or we'll analyze the trade. And you see that the market is going. You don't analyze it on your own personally to know actually it goes with your trading plan. You just jump and enter the market. That is what fear of missing out means. It is not good as a trader. Then we have what we call greed. We have what we call greed. What is greed? Greed is wanting more when you are not satisfied with the profit that you've made. When you are greedy, greed comes with using a big lot size with a small account, using a big lot size with a small account to make more money than your capital. That is what greed is all about. So you have to also work on your greed as a trader. So the fourth one, we have the lack of patience. Lack of patience, very, very important. Take note of it. You don't, not waiting for your trade, not waiting for your trade to come to your entry, not waiting for the market to come to your entry. You jump and enter the market because you see that the market is moving up or the market is going down. This is the problem. This is one of the challenges that traders also face. Lack of patience, lack of patience. So take note of it. A good US30 trader is calm. As a US30 trader, a good one is calm, patient, and disciplined. These are the three characteristics, good characteristics of a good US30 trader. You have to be calm, you have to be patient, and you have to be disciplined. Right? So chapter 8, we have trading plan example. Okay, these are the examples, what I just explained in chapter 8. These are the examples of it. We have pairs that we trade, US30 only, the section that we trade it, New York, trades per day, 1 or 2, risk per day, 1%, strategy, structure, and liquidity, etc. Best trading days. These are the best trading days. The days that you can trade when there is no manipulation in the market. We have Tuesdays, we have Wednesdays, and we have Thursdays. Then we have worst trading days. The worst trading days that we have is Mondays and Fridays. Follow your plan daily. Follow your plan daily. Chapter 9, final advice. Trading US30 is not gambling. We are not gambling. Have that at the back of your mind. It's a skill that you need to learn. It's a skill. It's just like a doctor that learns how to, went to school, went to university to go and learn how to do surgery, to go and learn how to treat people. It's a skill that you need to learn. It is not gambling. We don't gamble. We learn and master a skill. This skill set. So what should you focus on now as a beginner? Focus on learning, practicing. Very important. Learning, practicing, discipline, consistency. With these four things, if you are focused on the four things, you will see profitability. You become a good trader and you start seeing money. Forget about money now. Focus on these four things if you want to be a good trader. Focus on these four things: learning, practicing, discipline, and consistency. When you are good with these four things, money will come. Money will be pursuing you. When you are good with these four things, when you master these four things, money will now be the one pursuing you. If you master US30, you don't need any other pay. What I said before, if you master US30, you don't need any other pay. You don't need any other pay, right? So that is it about the author. This is my name, Ebutech. US30 focus. Okay, that is it. So finally, we have one index, our motto, one index, one mastery, US30. So that is it. So I hope you understood everything that I explained. If there is any question, I'm going to unmute you to ask me a question. Okay? So ask me a question if you don't understand anything. Unmute yourself. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome. So do you have any question? Ask me.
So I want to ask question. From this consolidation, is there no
Yes.
profit from it? Because we have the higher height and the lower rate of structure is sent here. So if the consolidation is an average this thing, as a forward market is stable, which means there's no profit to it, right?
If you have become a professional trader, you can still trade this consolidation market and still make profit.
Okay.
The only thing you need to master is when this market comes here, but it's risky. I don't advise this because it's risky. It's only when you become professional and you know what you are doing, that's when I can advise you to trade a consolidating market. But if you have not yet become a professional trader, you've not mastered the charts properly, I don't advise consolidation markets. So it's best
So
uptrend, downtrend.
my second question is this higher height this thing. Another name for it, can it be called a upper trade?
Of course, and this is an uptrend. As you can see the arrow, this arrow is
Okay.
going up.
Up.
And this one is going down. This is uptrend. This is downtrend. This is consolidation.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
All right, sir. Thank you. That's what I wanted to ask for.
Okay, very
I
good.
will follow up, and with the help of the video you sent to me, I will get to study hard this evening about it. Then tomorrow I'll give you answers to what I have studied. And the one I
Okay.
failed to understand, maybe you put me through.
All right, no problem. We'll have our class every Saturdays for beginners class. I have two groups. I have advanced class and I have beginners class. So
I will prefer the beginner class so
of
that I
course,
will follow up from there.
okay, very good.
All right, sir.
So I will send it
Thank
to
you, sir.
you. You're welcome, no problem. Have a nice day. I'll send you the video later. Okay.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome. All right, bye.
Bye, sir.
All right.